Mount will come pre-assembled for the most part. Electric actuator, electric over hydraulic pump underneath the cardboard flashing to your gauge wheels. Instruction sheet along with clamps and miscellaneous hardware, mounting brackets, shielding. This is the PTO shielding that will go longer on the right hand side of the broom. And then power takeoff that will go to the tractor's side of the power takeoff. Broom mount install to the back side of the sweepster broom. With the bi-directional broom mount, it has its own built-in stand. Demonstrate how to activate the stand. Pull the hair clip and tilts broom mount forward. Push stand to the side, slide down until it locks. Now you can tilt it onto the rollers and roll it towards the back of the broom. As such. Bi-directional broom mount install to the sweepster broom head. Broom head somewhat busted out of the crate. Go ahead and slide it towards the rear of the crate. That'll help kind of balance the broom head onto the crate as we mount it to the rear and to the front of the mount. Go ahead and grease your rear pivot tubes. You're in here. The drive shaft of the broom will already come pre-assembled, as well as the sleeve on the broom mount. First you'll do is get the shaft and the sleeve to slide together. As you slide those together, you'll bring the faceplate of the broom mount towards the mounting bolts here and here. At that point, you can kind of use the balance of the broom head, kind of tilt it down. That'll help get the right alignment for the mounting bolts to go into the mount. Installation of the Sweepster broom to the bi-directional broom mount. Once you've got the mounting bolts started between the back of the broom and the broom mount, you can go ahead and tighten nuts here on the outside, and there's one right there in the center between the gearboxes. Also, then you can go ahead and grease your universal shaft and sleeve. Go ahead and install the front gauge wheel mounts. With the gauge wheels, you will remove the mounting straps that held the broom head in the crate and use the same mounting hardware at the front and also at the rear. Same over on the left-hand side as well. After the gauge wheels are installed, now we can install the adjustable linkage for your height control of the broom head between the lift linkage mount that will clamp to the tower, and then to your actuating arm coming from your electric actuator. One thing that will help with this is if you have some type of hoist system, you can get a chain onto and pick up from the center. That will kind of help flex the broom head forward and allows you to tap down the lift linkage mount. Roughly, you're looking at a distance of 4.5 inches from the top of the lift linkage mount to the top of the tower. What you're going for is so that way when the broom head is tilted down, you're able to roll the whole bi-directional broom mount and broom on the rear rollers. See back here, and gauge wheels. That kind of keeps the broom head bristles off of the ground. You will do some fine tuning on your adjustable mount that you see, or your adjustable linkage here. After you have this adjusted and tightened down, then you can take the weight off of your hoist. Other option would be to take a jack, floor jack, and come from underneath the broom mount and pick up or push up in the center. Installation of the power takeoff shield in the right rear corner of the Sweepster bi-directional broom. Assembly of the shield. Loosely secure and tighten U-bolt and clamp to the rear back pivot tube of the broom. Just loosely clamp U-bolts to the tube. Shield itself is secured to the U-bolt clamp with a piece of angle iron, and on the top side secured by 2/4 inch bolts there. Again, loosely kind of secured to the tube, and then you will mark and drill 2 holes here and here to bolt to the back corner shield.